A look at the safety and quality of consumer products, spurred by yet another product recall. Giant toy manufacturer Fisher-Price today took millions of kids' toys deemed unsafe by the government off the shelves. So, are there ways for consumers to tell the difference between a bargain and a lemon before they buy? One nonprofit group works overtime using and abusing products to sort it all out. Tonight, Brian Rooney visits the incredible laboratories of Consumer Reports.
This machine is known around the laboratory as Johnny Walker. All Johnny does is pound a treadmill hour after hour, day after day. Down the hall, a technician slathers hundreds of dishes with food, lets them dry to a crust, then runs them through a battery of dishwashers.
Well, some machines will actually come out totally spotless, and others will come out even worse than this.
These are the laboratories of Consumers Union, just north of Manhattan, where every day carpets are vacuumed and bicycle helmets crack. This is where the geeks of consumerism find out what Americans really get for their money.
Consumers, with the economic downturn, I think are really hurting economically. They want to make smart decisions, get good value for their money, reliable products at a good price. We supply all of that.
They ask the most basic questions. Will off-road vehicles really work off-road? What happens when a curious child approaches a running snowblower?
That's a danger.
Their magazine, Consumer Reports, is the Bible for buying just about anything. Their rating charts of blobs have become iconic. Solid red is excellent, all the way down to solid black for poor. So, for example, after listening to internet chatter, consumers engineers confirmed a fatal antenna flaw in the latest iPhone and stamped it not recommended. And their reader survey put McDonald's at the bottom of their list of best fast food hamburgers.
One of our real values is the courage to say what we find, good, bad, or indifferent, and not be in any way sort of cowed or influenced by commercial interest or commercial pressure. I think that's why people trust us.
Consumers Union is a non-profit organization that's been testing gizmos and gadgets since 1936. An offshoot of the early 20th century labor movement, it was established to advise hardworking Americans whether stuff actually works.
There's so many more products coming on the market and the turnover, much more new models coming on much more quickly.
Right now, engineers are evaluating the new 3D televisions that could be a big item for Christmas. With special glasses that blend a double image into a three-dimensional picture, they can be pretty impressive.
It's almost as if I can grab these camera lenses off the screen and feel like I can put my hand behind that map.
But these guys almost always find the flaws. In this case, what's called ghosting, a faint double image that haunts some of the new 3D televisions.
Are you seeing the double images on the steeples?
Yeah, that's a severe double image.
Now, for example, if you come over to this Samsung Plasma, same glasses.
That's better.
Clean, right?
Yeah.
And that's what you're looking for. You're not looking for echoes all over the screen. This one requires that you keep your head perfectly level, because if you tilt your head, you get ghosts.
Oh my gosh. Oh, the image just goes completely blurry if you...
It's a total crosstalk.
Put your head on your wife's shoulder.
And it's over. Yeah. 3D's gone, yes.
Keeping up with rapid-fire changes in washing machines and digital cameras is tough. Children's car seats.
We look at how easy it is to install in the car. Can the average consumer read the labels? Are they easy to read? Can they get to the latch belts?
This seat was designed to be installed either facing forward or facing back.
With this car seat, you really can't use the front seat.
Everything they evaluate, they buy just like anyone else with their secret shoppers. More than $4 million worth of goods a year. They make a science out of anything, the quality of a box of chocolates.
Okay.
I think the second one is a higher quality. That's, to me, the lowest quality of the three.
You were right about these, though. This is a little bit higher quality. That's this is very good. This one is excellent chocolate.
Here in what they call the sensory department, they test things you can touch, smell, and taste.
What is it you do that, say, for instance, I can't figure out by reading the label on the can of soup?
You can't see how it tastes on the can of soup. really.
But you'll describe in the magazine how it tastes.
We'll describe how it tastes. So we're describing the food. So we're telling you what's in it and how much. We're telling you if it's really salty. We're telling you if it's too sweet, if the flavors are imbalanced, if there are a lot of artificial flavors, or are they natural flavors.
But if there's one thing they're really known for, it's cars. Buying a car is what they call a sweaty palm issue for the average American customer. At this test track in rural Connecticut, dozens of cars a year go through their testing ringer, all under the critical eye of David Champion.
This is something that we do to really assess how well the car handles right at the limits. You're coming into the bottom corner around 100, 110 miles an hour.
Now, what are you feeling in this car?
The steering is quite nicely weighted. It's probably not quite communicating back all the way, but is really pretty good.
They evaluate every car for what they call fit and finish, how well the parts are put together and how they feel to the hand.
So this is a bit cheap. It's hard plastic, so when your arm's sitting on it, it's sort of hard on your elbow. We don't think that's very good. How good are the switches here? How good are these radio switches, the HVAC switches?
Do you consider yourself fussy at this point?
Very. It's the nature of what we do, and it's very difficult to get into a car and not look at something and think, why the hell did they do that?
Door handles alone could be a full-time study.
This is sort of a little clunky, but feels okay. It doesn't feel cheap, as if the handle's going to drop off. It's not brilliant, but it's not offensive.
They've never been successfully sued, although they endured years of litigation after reporting that the Suzuki Samurai had a tendency to roll over.
That actually got the issue of auto safety and the dangers of rollover more on the map. So I think that was really important, actually.
While newspaper and magazine circulation is shrinking, Consumer Reports is growing, now with 7 million paid print and internet subscribers. A soon-to-be-released iPhone app lets you scan the barcode on an item in the store and get an instant evaluation. Here it is, a Hoover vacuum.
Carpets, excellent. Bare floors, very good. Overall score of 72, that was the highest rated.
So day after day, the tumblers spin, the snowblowers roar, and Johnny Walker paces the treadmills, all so buyers will not only beware, they'll be informed. This is Brian Rooney for Nightline in Yonkers, New York.